I'm Javier Muñoz, and I'm an actor, a singer, and I'm also a Red ambassador and a GMHC board member. Today, I'm partnering with Healthline and Red to share some real stories, triumphs, challenges, everything in between of people living with HIV. From the US to Africa to all over this world, we are in this together. In 2002, I tested positive for HIV. I turned to an organization called GMHC, and I sought counseling there. And these were my mentors and my guides when I was first coming out and learning my own pride and my own dignity. And I get to now be of service to give back to the communities and organizations that lifted me up and helped me. There is nothing greater than open, honest dialogue around HIV and AIDS so that we can break that wall of stigma. The perfect person to invite to the table here is my dear friend and colleague, Krishna Stone, who works for GMHC.
Hello, Javier. It's such a pleasure to see you. My first connection to GMHC was in 1986. I walked in the first AIDS Walk New York. And then I volunteered off and on until I was actually hired in 1993. So this is my 27th year.
What are the services that you sort of encounter on a daily, weekly basis?
Annually, we provide care services to close to 10,000 people living with and affected by HIV and AIDS in New York City. Mental health and substance use counseling, legal help, nutrition and meals programs. We look at this work from a very holistic point of view so that they can go from surviving to thriving.
It is 40 years into this fight. The lack of information, the fear that still surrounds HIV and AIDS, and the stigma that still surrounds HIV and AIDS. And I would love to talk about what you think we need to address this.
So our job is to do whatever we can through all the different means of communication to address the complexities, especially those that connect to stigma. Racism, sexism, abuse, poverty, homophobia, transphobia, xenophobia. The communities thrive when we're able to help, address misinformation, stigma, and fear. It does require courage. It does require stamina, enthusiasm. That doesn't stop.
I find relationships so hard. It's first finding someone who is informed enough to know that I'm undetectable, what that means to be undetectable.
What that means, yeah.
Right?
Yep.
And is open to embracing all of the safe practices with me.
Yeah.
Just finding that person alone is like needle in a haystack. It's just a new way of pursuing relationships. Do you ever come across people reaching out to you about this stuff?
Oh, sure. We have webinars. We have support groups. We have the one-on-one counseling, and then just being a support to, help folks face all the different feelings, knowing that they're resilient and strong.
How do you think, moving forward, we continue to reinforce our communities and reach further beyond the communities we already serve to invite more people into the conversations?
We have to talk to everybody as best as we can. And then, yes, there are people who do not want to talk to us, but that's not going to stop us. There's many different ways to be present for people who are living with and affected by HIV and AIDS.
This was beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me, Krishna. Thank you so much for this.
Thank you, Javier. It's so inspiring to talk to you, and I think you are magnificent.